And now we're with John Brush, the newly elected chairman at ICTA, the Industry Council for Tangible Assets. John, it's great to be here, sir.
Thank you.
There's a lot going on now with ICTA, and I'm sure you'd love to talk a bit about that.
Yeah, it's been a busy time for ICTA. In the last 3 months, we named a new executive director, Jimmy Hayes, who is our longtime lobbyist and longtime collector, a famous name amongst collections that have sold. He's our new executive director, and then I was privileged to be elected the new chairman of ICTA just this week. I'm about 48 hours into the job, so it's
Newly minted chairman, yeah.
Newly minted, exactly. So I feel like I'm wearing a lot of hats at this show, but it's kind of a funny story. They mentioned it to me and asked me if I'd be willing to accept the job, and I basically said no 4 times.
Right.
But then at the end of it, I said, you know what, this organization is far too important to be ignored,
yeah.
and we have a lot coming up against us. I mean, we've got this new Wayfair versus South Dakota tax issues. We have every state that we've been fighting for to get tax exemptions on. And there's always more work to be done, and this organization has done so much for the hobby since 1983. The Marketplace Fairness Act. We've got a lot of work to do in our hobby. I mean, this organization does a lot of really important work for not only dealers but for collectors in the end, because no one wants to have to deal with being double taxed on items, etc. So ICTA's a very important organization. I'm very privileged to be a part of it.
A lot of folks may not realize that really we're one of the very few collectibles industries that have a body like ICTA that serves the collector base. I mean, we think about antique ceramics, they're going to be shocked by these Wayfair regulations as they come over the next years. The fact that ICTA is fighting for us, fighting for our hobby, and trying to make us more aware of the regulations in this ever-changing environment, we are grateful for all you guys do for us.
Well, ICTA it's long been a dealer-oriented organization, but now with the broader reach of what's going on in this hobby, ICTA it's going to be as important to collectors, and which are very close to me, as it is to dealers.
Right.
So this is a fresh start for ICTA with Jimmy and myself and David Crenshaw, our CEO.
Sure.
And David Greenstein, who is the interim chairman, stepped back into vice chairman. So we've got a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of things to look at, and we're looking forward to the challenge, but it's going to be a challenge. We kind of need to be all hands on deck as far as dealers and collectors at this time.
We saw you this morning, Jimmy Hayes, of course, presenting as well. You guys answered a lot of questions for us, which I'm sure we could be able to find if we wanted to go online somewhere to look up more information about this, both dealers and collectors. Where might we go, John, to become more educated as an industry about these regulations?
Our website is ICTA, ICTA online.org.
Okay.
ICTAonline.org. And on that website, there's a plethora of information. You can donate, you can become a member. There are a lot of information that we can only pass along to members, so we put a lot of time and research and funds into doing a lot of the research. So if you're a member, there's a lot of information there, whether you're a dealer or a collector, that'll be helpful. And we also send out a quarterly newsletter, and we would be thrilled to have more assistance, more help, because we've got a long ways to go. It's going to cost us a lot of time, a lot of money, but it's going to be worth it in the end if we can make a change here. So.
Absolutely, and of course, congrats to you, John, in the new position. Thank you for all you guys are doing at ICTA, and just thanks for being there for all of us.
Thanks so much, Josh. We appreciate all you guys do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.